Hello everyone, thanks for coming back, or if you're new here, thanks for stopping in. Today's video is going to be on Kelsey. She is back in my chair again. I have numerous videos with her I will post below, and if you know and watch those videos, she has been dark and light and dark and light, and so she has been trying to get back to blonde again, and she's just going to stick with it. Now naturally she has very fine hair, so we have to be very careful. We've been taking it easy. You can see it's been a while, and she's probably at about a level dark 9, light 8. So we are going to lighten her regrowth, and then we are also going to brighten the ends. Now for my formulas, I have two separate formulas because obviously I'm not going to use the same formula on the ends as I do on the new growth because they're two separate levels and there's two separate porosities and all that fun stuff. So don't just run your lightener through to the ends just because you don't want to do two separate bowls. This is going to take time. And the first formula for the new growth is Blonde Dimensions with like 25 volume, and on the previously lightened ends I used the Flash Lift with the bond inside and only 10 volume. Now when I weave out the sections, and you'll get sections like this where you have some of her natural hair color going, sprinkled in between some of the previously lightened blonde. Well, I'm not going to just then go ahead and run down the 25 volume over top of the blonde and the brown, because then the blonde will get over processed. So you need to weave out the brown or weave out the blonde, whichever you choose to do, whichever is easiest. Set it aside and do a separate oil. And I think sometimes stylists are they don't want to do all this work. They may just want to run the lightener down and overlap and not care because they feel it'll take too much time and maybe take too much work. Then you just need to, make sure you book accordingly for it. Do your consultation correctly, book the time out that you'll need, and then charge what you'll need. And if you're worried somebody's not going to want to, spend the money to do that for your time, as long you have that that's what the consultation is there for. That the client knows what to expect, and if they refuse to pay what you are going to have to charge them, then you either not do their hair, refuse the service, or offer them something that will fit within their budget. I am doing a mixture of fine weaves and medium weaves. I don't want her hair to be perfectly uniform all throughout. I'm not going to use the exact same stitch throughout her whole head because I want to have that different dimension through there and kind of look like she's having a party in her hair. I do the fine weaves around the face though because it blends in a lot better and I want it to grow out nicely. And when she pulls her hair back, which she does often, it'll be seamless. Also, I am only using the Flash Lift with 10 volume mixture around her face because the hair is finer, it'll lift perfectly fine, and I'm not even going to be dragging it over to the blonde ends because they are already pretty much light enough, or just some spots that seem a little bit brassy. I may weave out a couple dark pieces just to brighten them up, but other than that, the previously lightened hair around her face is pretty light. Now, if you subscribed to my channel, you've probably watched my video before this video, and you see me do this also, but I am doing a shadow root per se in between the foil because she wants to be bright. However, I still want kind of a shadowy look. And to do that, by the way, I will link that video above right here. And hint, hint, if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'm just asking you to consider doing that right now if you would like to see more of my tutorials. And thank you so much in advance. So back to her hair. Now I'm adding the shadow root in between because you can see how she has such a strong regrowth line. It was, it had been a while, so there was a lot of regrowth, and she's quite blonde and wants to be quite blonde, and she's going to be blonder. So adding the shadow root will help blend in the old highlight and then also add some depth or valleys per se to her blonde, so she will still be blonde, but it won't be such a harsh line as it grows out. I mean, she's going to be really blonde compared to her dark hair. There's going to be a pretty strong regrowth. However, this will help camouflage that transition. Now I make it easy by starting from the bottom and going towards the top of the head that way, and I didn't really start until like the occipital bone area because underneath had a lot of dark there anyway, so it was really unnecessary to waste the product. But I just pull up the foil, hold it up out of the way, and that's why I kept my foils wider. Now on the sides, you can see every section I always meet down as low as the next section. This just makes it easier because it's the sides, so the top is going to veil over top of the sides. In the back, I separated them with foils because I did not want to do the same thing. Now, after applying the in-between foil rouge shadow, I want to brighten her ends, right? So I go through with the Flash Lift with Bond inside, the strengthener inside, and 10 volume only. Again, it's a fresh batch, however. And just paint on free painting open air with my balayage board from Arts. I've had it for a while now, and I really like it. It's nice and long. I have the Redken board too. Not really sure where that went, but I do like this one also. But anyways, squirrel. Back to the highlighting, and I'm just painting it on there and swiping it up to make sure it's really blended. I don't want to tease her hair just because her hair doesn't come out easily, so I'm trying to avoid that, and it'll just take too much time. She was supposed to come in earlier in the week. However, I got the stomach bug, and now it's Saturday after my long day, and I fit her in there, which I was very happy she was accommodating. She processed until I felt she was ready to be rinsed out. I didn't really time it, I just kept an eye on it. I did a shadow root again, but we basically only tapped the root with the same one we used before, 7N and 7NA. And her ends, I used 9NB and Shades Gloss with 10VV together, and I tell you what, I am loving that mixture. It is perfect because for hair that you want to be pretty blonde and want to cut that brass, especially for like dark hair, clearly 9NB has always been my favorite. However, but look, see how that blend is with the shadow root in between the foil. She's blonde, right? But you can see the depth in there, so when her hair grows out, it'll be really nice. I will remember, we usually always do a video on her anyway, so I'm sure I'm going to remember to get a picture and I can show you guys in a few months from now when she gets it done again. But loving this, she is so happy with it. Now, she clearly isn't a bright ash platinum blonde, so if you guys were thinking that's what I meant when I said I was going to bring her pretty blonde, that's not what I meant. However, for a level 5 dark brown hair, this feels like platinum blonde to them. It's hard to get anything level 6 and below that light because it's just too damaging for the hair, and there are some people that actually just can do it. I have a couple clients that I bring that light that are naturally this dark. She is not one of them that can do that. I am a level 5 and I cannot get any lighter than this without severe damage that I just don't want to deal with. And she doesn't want to deal with that either. Her hair is actually getting long, it's feeling healthy, it feels amazing. I also did a chemistry shot treatment after this, adding moisture and protein and a pH balance, and it's the perfect caramely neutral blonde. I hope you learned something new with this video or I helped somebody out. If you did, please don't hesitate to hit that like button, the thumbs up below. That really helps me keep getting these videos out to you, and I really want to do that. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button and that little bell will let you know when I put more out. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I really hope you guys do stop back in. Bye.